What's going on YouTube? Back at it with another video, and today, man, I just want to talk to you guys about my experience with Turo. It's not what I was expecting it to be, you feel me? But along the way, I did learn some things to help me make more money on Turo, and I'm gonna go over that with y'all. To start with, I started out with one car, which was a Nissan Sentra 2014, and I got this car for a good deal. I think so because at the time the car had 107k miles. So right away I was thinking, oh yeah, somebody else is gonna go ahead and buy this, so let me go ahead and grab this car before somebody else buys it. Buy the car the next day, get the car, drive it around, you feel me? Everything's running smooth. And about a month later, I put it on Turo. Only took me a month because for some while I did think that Turo was a bad idea, just because they get a cut of like a decent amount of money you make. Like if you get a car for like 6k and you put it on Turo, you're only gonna be making about like $30 to $40 a day, and Turo gets a cut, so really you won't be making like $30 a day, you feel me? And that's a big investment, because a car is like 3,000. A used car is like 3,000 to like 10 grand, depending on where you get it from. I got my car from Facebook Marketplace, and I was trying to move fast with Turo just because at the time in my life I did want to create another source of income, which was passive. But Turo is not really passive, more like semi-passive. But I just wanted another source of income, you feel me? I was ready to get another source of income, and I thought Turo was a good opportunity. So after like a month, I put it on Turo, right? And I was charging about $35 to like $38 a day. And it was around summertime, so the car was getting booked decent, you feel me? The car was getting booked decent amount of times, and I was making decent amount of money, about like $500 a month. So after that first month, I already was like, okay, bet, I need another car in order to make more money. So I bought my second car, which was a 2016 Hyundai Accent for $3,900. And this was a good deal for me because when I was test driving the car, everything was running smooth. You know what I mean? So I was just like, oh yeah, this is a good car for my second car, and it's a 2016. So I got the car, went to the bank, got the money, got the car, and put that thing on Turo right away. Didn't waste no time. And it surprised me because the 2016 Hyundai Accent was getting rented out a lot more than the Nissan. I don't know if it was because of the color or I don't know why, but it was getting rented out way more than the Nissan. It wasn't having no complaints. This car was actually a 5-star, and my Nissan was not a 5-star. It was like a 4.8 stars, you feel me? And everything was going good with that car. I was actually making money off that car for sure, 100%. About like $40 a day, a little bit more than my Nissan. So once I started seeing my second car make money, I immediately started thinking I gotta get a third car. And my goal at the time was to make over $1,000, which with a third car I can do that easily, you feel me? And so I started looking around, and I came across this car that was $4,600 at the time, and it was a Chrysler 200 convertible. And the dude told me basically if I get it the next day, he can sell it to me for $3,800. And I was thinking, oh yeah, this is a grab. This deal's only come like once in a while, and I didn't want to miss out on this opportunity. So I grabbed the money and I met him the next day. I bought the car. But before I bought the car, I was looking into the car and seeing how much it was worth online and stuff like that. And the car was actually worth like 10 grand. And at the time, the Chrysler 200, it had like 96k miles. Then I started thinking like that this car could have issues, you feel me? Because he's selling it for cheap. He's selling it to me for $3,800, and it costs like 10 grand, and it got low mileage. It's a convertible. So I was thinking right away that I was gonna start having problems or something like that. And I was test driving the car. It was running smooth and everything like that. And I was like, bet, this is a good deal. Gave him the money and like took off with it, took it home, you feel me? Didn't even have a chance to put it on Turo. And the next day, the check engine light came on and I had to take it in to the mechanic, see what's going on. And it was like all bad news. And the problem with the car was the transmission. Some issues with the transmission, not completely with the transmission, but some with the transmission. That's what my mechanic was telling me. And it cost around like $2,000 to fix with labor and everything. And that was a total of like $6K for the car. And I didn't think it was that bad just because the car is worth 10 grand and it's a convertible and it only had 96K miles. So I was thinking I could probably make all my money back. So I put it on Turo after it got done getting fixed up. And right away, man, that car was getting booked out. And I was pricing it for like, on the weekends, I was pricing it for $45 a day. And on the weekdays for like $38 a day. And it was doing really good. It was making me good money. And so far, I've already made about 1,400, 1,300 around there. Third month on Turo, my Nissan started having issues. And I took it in. It was about $1,000 to fix. I forgot what the issue was. But that basically was like almost my 1 month earnings for a Turo for both of my cars, for the Nissan and the Hyundai. So I took that money out, got the Nissan fixed up to put it back on Turo. And the Nissan wasn't really getting booked out like that, so I just took it off and I started driving it myself for like a daily usage, you feel me? And I left the Hyundai and the Chrysler on there, and they're making me about a little over 1,000 a month. And I do gotta say that if you're trying to start Turo, you gotta have some money saved up. Not only to buy the car, but also to like get the cars fixed up. Cause that's one downside of Turo is, you know what I mean? Like most of the money you're gonna be earning, you gotta save that money up in order to fix up your cars. And you also want to look for a car that has really low mileage and good price, because it is going to take some time for you to make your money back that you put in from Turo. And so with the low mileage, it gives you a lot of time to make that money back, and you ain't got to get rid of the car right away. If you get a car with like 130K miles, 140K miles, those cars are going to reach close to 200K. And some of that money is going to be used to fix up the cars. So you won't really be in profit. You'll be like at break even. But if you do end up getting a car for like 80K miles, 90K miles, you eventually are going to be in profit. That's the one thing I learned on Turo. And also on the weekends, make sure you play around with your prices, because your cars are going to get booked out regardless of the price. So you could play around with the prices and hike up the prices up to like $50, $60 a day. Just see where your cars are getting booked at and set it there. Anyways, man, thanks for tuning in. Subscribe. I'm going to catch y'all next time. Peace.